Look at Bella, that's Jose Feliciano. He appears all of a sudden and he starts singing Feliz Navidad in front of a roaring fire. Yes, it is the 50th anniversary of this song and him bringing joy to the world through the song of Feliz Navidad, which means Merry Christmas in English. It is the universal song because it conveys the message of peace, love, and joy that the Christmas season brings to all. Merry Christmas and Feliz Navidad. In Puerto Rico, where my mother and father are from, they celebrate Christmas for the little kids by getting a box and they put hay in it. Why they put the hay in there? The hay is for the horses that come from the three kings so that they can have some hay and leave them a present for Christmas, for Navidad.
Okay.
Oh.
Feliz Día de los Reyes Magos, and welcome to the Somos Virtual Gala.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes a todos y a todas.
It is an honor to welcome you to the very first
ever virtual
Puerto Rican Hispanic Task Force Somos Three Kings Gala.
We're happy to have you here with us.
Thank you all for participating.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
I want to thank our chairwoman, Maritza Davila, for bringing us together.
Thank you so much to everyone for joining us on this joyous occasion.
This year has been a very difficult year for us. A very difficult year for communities of color.
And it's important that we make sure, collectively, that our community is never devastated like it was during this pandemic.
The pandemic will have severe economic consequences for hundreds of families for many years to come.
This virus pandemic, COVID-19, it should not set us back as a people.
It's going to be a great banner year for the task force.
Thank you all for making sure to always support Somos and the mission of empowering our youth and highlighting our culture.
The future of the next generation truly is in our hands.
Happy holidays and safe and healthy 2021.
In 2021 will be a better year for all of us.
Que pa'lante que vamos, and happy Three Kings Day.
Thank you for your support of Somos.
Enjoy! Feliz Día de los Tres Reyes.
Welcome, and I look forward to seeing all of you again.
Good evening and welcome to the Puerto Rican Hispanic Task Force Somos Virtual Gala. I'm your host, Janine Ramirez.
And I'm Assemblywoman Maritza Davila, Chair of the Puerto Rican Hispanic Task Force. Feliz Día de los Reyes Magos.
Tonight we come to you live from HITN's studios in the Brooklyn Navy Yard.
Go Brooklyn!
Go Brooklyn, our home borough. Yes, we're excited to be here with all of you. Happy Three Kings Day to you, Assemblywoman.
Thank you.
Wasn't that first clip of the grandfather teaching his granddaughter the story of the Three Kings and the traditions so heartwarming?
Yes, it was. Abuelito was doing a great job with his granddaughter. It was very touching.
Now, this clip comes to us from Chicago's very own National Museum of Puerto Rican Arts and Culture.
It's important to teach our children about our culture and traditions, especially ones such as Three Kings Day.
And we also just saw a clip with a number of your colleagues sending their greetings from their different districts across the state.
Yes, I appreciate their support full-heartedly, and I haven't seen them in quite a while, Janine. I miss them.
Yeah, because the pandemic has made the past months hard on all of us. Even the holidays were very different this year.
But we will not let COVID stop the task force and its mission. As you know, Somos has a long commitment to its students and community initiatives. This year, we're celebrating two important milestones with our programs. The 25th anniversary of the Model New York State Senate Session Project and the 31st anniversary of the Puerto Rican Hispanic Youth Leadership Institute. We need to make sure that these programs are supported so that they can be available for our students. So when the world returns to normal, Janine, we can get back to the task of healing these future leaders. In fact, that's the theme of tonight's event. The future of the next generation is in our hands.
And hopefully we'll get back to normal soon. And that's an important responsibility, the one we all need to support. So we're looking to you for sponsorship, and we'll get updates on donations throughout the night. Please donate. No amount is too small. And tonight we're going to hear from students who have participated in the programs that you just mentioned. There's an award presentation later, and we've got lots going on here tonight.
Yes, we do. We're going to hear from other elected officials as well. And we're even going to learn about the history of Somos with a presentation being made by the new chair of Somos, Frank Diaz. So let us kick off the evening with the history of Somos.
I am honored to celebrate this evening with you as the new chair of this historical organization that was founded in 1985 by members of the New York State Assembly. Its founding members were Assemblyman Angelo Del Toro from East Harlem, from the Boogie Down Bronx, Assemblymember Hector Diaz and Jose Rivera and Jose Serrano. And representing Brooklyn was the Lone Ranger Assemblymember Victor Robles.
We knew that it was a matter of time when this city, you will have a large movement of Latinos coming from all over. It was easy for us to tell that that was the future.
Together, these members formed the New York State Puerto Rican Task Force, and afterwards guided the formation of Somos El Futuro, the not-for-profit conduit for the annual conferences held in Puerto Rico and in Albany. Together, these members embraced a common vision, a common purpose, to unite, to educate, to advocate, to organize, and to empower the Puerto Rican voices in Albany to build bridges between New York and Puerto Rico.
We set out to have the conference, 3-day conference in Albany, but we have thousands of Latinos coming to speak to their elected officials.
We will remember the great past Puerto Rican legislators who chaired the task force. Assembly members Hector Diaz, Assemblymember Peter Rivera, Roberto Ramirez, Felix Ortiz, Carmen Arroyo, and most recently, our youngest dynamic legislator, former member Michael Crespo. However, today, we have another dynamic legislator, Assemblymember Marita Davila, making it clear that we will work together to help our youth and our communities. The mission of Somos is to raise funds, to provide scholarships for students in CUNY and SUNY, and to provide internship opportunities in the offices of the legislators in Albany.
So many youngsters involved in the mock session, giving them an idea that when they finish school, be whatever you want to be the best, but consider also to become an elected official, because this is where all the decisions are made that affects every one of the lives of our people in our city, in our community.
Your tax-deductible contributions today will benefit hundreds of youth for years to come. Thank you.
I'm sorry we could not be together in person, but I'm glad we could come together virtually to celebrate the Puerto Rican Hispanic Task Force and Somos and all the work you do to make New York a better place.
We've accomplished much, but more work remains. Our continued partnership with Latino and Hispanic legislators is critical as we build the ladders of opportunity so the next generation can climb even higher.
I also want to encourage all of you who are joining us virtually tonight to continue supporting the work of Somos.
It is more essential than ever to stay connected and celebrate our roots. I'm proud to participate in the 3 Kings Gala and help Somos make that happen.
And there you have it, a track record of success, all possible with your support.
Somos has been committed to its students since the start, and that is why it's important to continue supporting.
And okay, so let's get a quick update on those donations. Let's see what we have here. 7,500, yay! We have donations from New York State Controller Thomas DiNapoli for $2,500. And we have a donation from Pfizer for $5,000.
Thank you so much for those donations.
Now, one of these sponsors, Pfizer, has been in the news lately due to the distribution of their vaccine.
Yes, And lots of people still have questions about the vaccine, Janine.
And that's true. People are worried, but this is to tell them that everything is safe, right? That's why HITN, we're here hosting this event tonight, partnered with Pfizer to help educate its viewers on the vaccine. And next, we have 2 clips that focus on 2 important student initiatives that we need to support. But before we get to those clips, let's take a quick look at an interview hosted by HITN's Doctora Alisa speaking about the vaccine with Pfizer's Chief of Scientific Affairs, Dr. Alejandro Cañé.
Dr. Cañé, welcome. We're delighted to have you.
Thank you for having me today here with you.
It's our pleasure. Now, how safe is a vaccine for those who take it? How does the vaccine work in the body? And what about the allergy cases?
In terms of the second part of your question, the allergy, we have seen 2 cases in the UK immediately after the vaccination campaign started there. But the good news is that after more than 22,000 subjects that were included in our clinical trial, we have half of them in the vaccine group, half of them in the placebo group, and we haven't seen any severe adverse events in terms of allergies, even if they had previously any allergic medical history.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ernesto Malave Jr., and I am the Assistant Director for the Edward T. Rogowsky Internship Program at the City University of New York. The Model New York State Senate Session Project was launched in 1997. The project was developed by City University of New York. It received support from the State University of New York and was initiated at the request of the Puerto Rican Hispanic Task Force of the New York State Legislature. Over those years, the Model Senate Project has touched the lives of over 1,500 college students.
I came across the Model Senate program through a flyer that was posted outside of the political science department. I thought it was a great program. It seemed really interesting, and so I enrolled, and experience was life-changing, honestly.
The program itself is structured to give students an opportunity to understand all the facets of New York State government.
It was a tremendous program where I learned so much about the impact of local representation and the day-to-day issues that we face. Today, I am a vice president at the New York City Economic Development Corporation.
Many of the students have gone on to take jobs in government at every level, and some have even run for office.
I did the Model Senate program in 2010. I ended up working in the U.S. Capitol for U.S. Senator Tim Kaine. So I always say, if it wasn't for the Model Senate, there probably would be no U.S. Senate.
The impact that this program has on its students is incredible.
Some of the most memorable moments that I had, it was my experience in the training seminars on the state policy formulated.
In 2004, when this community became my family, my extended family, my community, and really brought me into a world that ultimately shaped who I would be for the better part of the rest of my life. But it's only with the Model Senate program that we've been able to achieve the success that we have.
Thank you to all the members of the task force who worked so hard under such difficult circumstances.
On 3 Kings Day, we celebrate a moment when the world looked to a new leader who championed our values and empathy.
As we begin the healing process in our state, you have my word that we will work with you to make sure Hispanic New Yorkers are not left behind.
Together, we will make sure that we build a future that works for all of our communities and celebrates the strength that comes from our diversity.
Feliz Dia de Reyes. Happy 3 Kings Day to Somos.
For their incredible efforts this past year to educate and elevate the Latino community, who is so much affected by the pandemic.
That's why it's more important than ever that we continue the traditions, rituals, ceremonies, and celebrations that define our communities.
On this day, I want to give you the gift of hope. Hope that our city will be safe again to enjoy with our loved ones, and hope that 2021 will be better for all of us.
The Ángel del Toro Puerto Rican Hispanic Youth Leadership Institute is a program born over 30 years ago. has been 3 decades of developing Hispanic leaders across the state of New York.
Every single student that come through here has managed to bring themselves to the next level.
Angelo de Toro felt that the Hispanic community was not engaged in the political process. They didn't vote, they were just not engaged. And he believed that if the Latino population is going to have any voice, they need to be engaged in the political process.
It is a partnership between the New York State Education Department, the New York City Department of Education, Somos, Inc., and many other partners. We have trained thousands of students across the 30 years. Our students are very successful, and they attribute the success they have had later in their careers to the learnings that they had during this program.
My name is Roderick Comena.
My name is Joanna Garcia Salas.
And I am an associate attorney.
And I was in Twilight last year, my junior year of high school. My favorite part about it was actually just meeting all these new people and students from around the school and realizing we all kind of have something in common with our culture.
And that really got me thinking. You know, these are people who look like me, who have similar backgrounds, and they've accomplished so much. So why not me?
It's been a great, amazing experience. I have no words to describe it. It's amazing. I really love it, and I really appreciate every one of you guys.
So empowering. Those students are really impressive.
I agree. And the students who graduate from the programs continue to impress all of us every day. But as committed as Somos is to its students, it's just as committed to the community.
Let's talk about that commitment to community.
This commitment is at the root of Somos. Supporting organizations that share our mission is how we are able to extend our reach to many different communities. Next, we have a clip of an organization based in Puerto Rico that Somos has supported. Wait till you hear their story. These are strong Puerto Rican women, Janine.
Woohoo! I can't wait. But before we do that, let's get a quick update on those donations. Let's take a look at our screen right now. We are up to 22,500. Woo! We have donations from Univision for $5,000. Con Edison for $10,000. Thank you to our sponsors.
Keep donating.
Now we have this clip we talked about, Puente Blanco.
Nuestra comunidad tiene 300 familias aproximadamente. Trabajamos más con niños y envejecientes, que son nuestra prioridad, ¿verdad? Ya con los niños en lo educativo y con los envejecientes abandonados, pues se les llevan cenas calientes. Con los niños trabajamos lo educativo, tenemos tutorías en coordinación también con CARAS y le damos asignaciones supervisadas y tutoría. Trabajamos actualmente por lo de la pandemia, pues estamos trabajando cibernéticamente, ¿verdad?
Aquí hace muchos años atrás en nuestra comunidad de Puente Blanco la deserción escolar era grandísima. Una vez que comenzamos a trabajar, que hemos comenzado a trabajar con los jóvenes desde que eran niños, ya aquí en Puente Blanco, en la comunidad, no hay deserción escolar. Todos nuestros jóvenes son actualmente universitarios y los que ya están graduados ya están trabajando.
A la hora de hacer cualquier trabajo con la comunidad, tenemos muchos voluntarios que nos ayudan y que podemos ya hacer llegar las ayudas más rápidamente a los residentes. las cosas que llegan al centro son donaciones y aportaciones de otras entidades públicas y privadas. Sí, recibimos $25,000 a través de Carmelo Ríos y Somos Inc.
Esa organización Somos dio una donación de $25,000. Esa donación para equipo, ¿verdad? Queremos hacer un centro de estudio con la tecnología mejor posible, porque desde siempre le hemos dado ese servicio a nuestros niños y hemos comprado ya equipos de computadoras, televisor, mejoras a los baños también, a los gabinetes que ya hicimos la cotización.
Por el problema de la pandemia, pues hemos estado un poquito retrasados en adquirir los equipos debido a que todo ha sido, ¿verdad?, más lento por los procesos.
Y son puertorriqueños que están trabajando en Estados Unidos por el beneficio de nosotros acá los puertorriqueños, la cual estamos súper agradecidos por la aportación que nos hicieron. Nosotros nunca habíamos recibido una aportación de esa cantidad, ¿verdad? Tan grande así, de entregarnos un cheque como lo hicieron. 1 millón de gracias Somos. Gracias a ustedes somos parte de lo que queremos ser.
Now those women are really impressive.
Yeah, I told you they were. These are the groups Somos will continue to help with the support we're getting here tonight.
And on that note, let's get a quick update on those donations. We are up to 30,000. Woo! All right. Thank you so much to everybody who has donated. Thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you so much. As I mentioned, our commitment to our community is very strong. This year, we want to acknowledge the work of an individual who has an impressive job of finding ways to provide food to those in need.
And we know him, Jose Andres, celebrity chef and founder of World Central Kitchen. He landed in Puerto Rico a few days after Hurricane Maria wiped out the power grid on the island. And despite a decimated infrastructure and almost no food supply, Chef Andres began to expand his operations all across the island, mobilizing a network of emergency kitchens, nearly a dozen food trucks to make sure that people in need received a hot meal every single day. Last year, Chef Andres again heard the call and jumped into action by starting Chefs for America, a nationwide emergency food relief program. Since early 2020, the initiative has purchased over 12 million meals from local restaurants, helping the economy, totaling more than $135 million, and delivering those meals directly to Americans that need assistance.
And for this work and much more, the Puerto Rican Hispanic Task Force in Somos is awarding this year's humanitarian award to Chef Jose Andres. Let's take a look at a video sent to us by Chef Andres.
My dear friends, all Puerto Ricans, aquí todos somos puertorriqueños hoy. Thank you very much for your amazing leadership, and thank you very much for honoring the men and women of World Central Kitchen, where we are many. This is not about I the person anymore, this is about we the people. And I love that the Puerto Ricans come together like happens in Maria, that Puerto Rico fed Puerto Rico. I love that they are in Harlem, Puerto Ricans are taking care of their own. And I'm very humble to say that I love to be, unfortunately, in these hard circumstances, but nonetheless, being next to my Puerto Rican friends and family. Thank you, Mark Anthony, you are my brother. Thank you, Somos, you are my favorite organization. Latinos together, Puerto Ricans, we can overcome any challenge. Thank you.
Jose Andres is amazing. His work is incredible. And with us this evening, accepting the award on behalf of Jose Andres, because he's out cooking and doing great work, is Chef Grace Ramirez. Saludos, Chef Ramirez. Yes. And Feliz Dia de los Reyes Magos. Hi, Buenas. Chef. How are you?
Hi. I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. You know, I'm not Jose Andres, but I'm very honored and humbled to be here with you all tonight.
Well, we're moved by the work of Chef Andres and the entire team of World Central Kitchen. Tell us, Chef Ramirez, how gratifying it is for you to be part of this important initiative in New York.
You know, first we want to say thank you. I want to say thank you on behalf of World Central Kitchen, Jose, myself, and the whole team, because you know it's not just us, is we, because the community was so involved into making this initiative what it was. You know, at one point we fed 100,000 people a day. We fed 8.2 million meals and counting in New York and New Jersey, and that's only what I was overseeing, you know. And I think that it's a testament for the teamwork that the community did. You know, we couldn't have done what we did if it wasn't for all the restaurants involved, all the partners involved, like you guys, Somos, you know, and everyone, all the volunteers, everyone involved. You know, I was, let's say, the first hire. You know, Jose and Nate called and I had to pick up right in the beginning of the pandemic. I was very sick with COVID, and they said, you know, Nate, our CEO, said, "Good, Grace, get it over with, because you have to go feed New York." And I did, but you know, but I couldn't have done, and we couldn't have done what we did again if it wasn't for the community, La Familia, all of you guys, and it's very humbling to see, and it's and look back and see what we did in our work. I feel like it hasn't ended, it has just started. I had never seen New York come together like it has for such a long period of time, especially our community, not only what we did day in and day out to be distributing all these meals to the people who cook the meals, to be distributing these meals not only to frontline workers, but to the community. And I think that that's a testament to us Latinos, no, and Puerto Ricans and Latinos in general. We, when we're in need or where something is happening, we come together and we get it done. And we saw that, and we have seen that during the pandemic, and we have seen that right now, how we Latinos went out and voted. And I think that I am so proud to be part of this community. I am, again, so humbled and so grateful to have seen and been through it all with all of you. And you know, I look back and I get very, very emotional, because I feel now I have one big family. I had a big Latin family, but now I have a bigger Latin family, which is our community.
Well, of course, one big familia. Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Desde el corazón, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. What you do is truly amazing for so many people. And again, we like to extend our deepest gratitude to all at World Central Kitchen. Muchísimas gracias. What a delight.
Gracias.
And it's because of organizations like World Central Kitchen, all of our sponsors, and all of you who have donated so generously that Somos continues to be a success. And now a clip from one of our sponsors.
We are the heart and soul of America. We wake up to grow, to dream, and to thrive. The New York hustle does not stop. It adapts. We will create a better, more vibrant, and economically flourishing community. And Univision New York will be there, as we have for 5 decades. Be part of our tomorrow, because we are New York tough.
Again, thank you to all of our sponsors.
To the members of the Puerto Rican Hispanic Task Force, Somos, all of my colleagues in government, thank you for your commitment to this incredibly important mission. Feliz Dia de los Reyes, and a very healthy and happy New Year.
Healthy, that's key, right? Now this concludes our program, but your donations are still needed. Please find the donate button on the Somos Gala page. You could click and donate. Thanks again and good night.
Buenas noches.